Can you guys hear me now? Are we good with sound, everybody? Let me know in the chat because I don't have my. Can everybody hear me now? We good? Send help. Okay. All right. Awesome. All right. Sorry about that, guys. I don't have my lovely assistant down here this evening. I got this beautiful cardboard box. And I got two computers running, one computer running with one camera, and then I'm obviously sitting on the other computer with a different camera. So hey, that's the beauty of doing this live is I don't get to polish everything into a nice edited video for you guys, so you guys can sit there and be like, shit, what is this guy doing? So anyway, like I guess I was speaking to myself. This isn't really an unboxing channel, but I will unbox stuff on camera live, just new toys or stuff that I get that I think that people want to see or people ask me that they want to see. So as you guys know, I've slowly been converting my system over in my room. I had the full Klipsch THX Ultra system for years with 4 of their subwoofers and left, center, right surrounds, back surrounds, and I have the Klipsch Pro in ceilings. And that slowly over the years has been getting switched all over to JTR. So now for the left, center, right, left surround, rear surround is the JTR 228s, which is a dual 8 with compression driver in the middle. And then I use 7 of JTR subwoofers. And it's been that way for a while now, but I've been wanting to switch my back surrounds from the Klipsch THX Ultra 525s over to the JTR 110s. I heard them when they first released. I fell in love with them, but I was in this thing of just buying subwoofers nonstop. So it was actually I had to order a speaker from Jeff from JTR. That wasn't a subwoofer, was a change of pace for me for sure. So when we were at M-Wave and they had the 6 110s going as Atmos channels, and I just fell in love with them all over again. And I was like, I really need to step up my back surround game to match the rest of the speakers. Now, I will be entering a big project next year in my room. A lot of it is wrapped up for like electronics and for speakers, but I do need to switch my Atmos over, and I'll be going with the GTRs for that too. So this lovely box here sitting where Catherine usually sits on our Wednesday night podcast. So what these are is the JTR HT 110 Noesis, which is a 10-inch driver coaxial with the tweeter in the middle, and I think they're 95, 96 dB sensitivity, 750 watt RMS, and the calculated output I believe on these was like 124, 125 dB. So obviously my room, it's of excess, and that's kind of what I've been doing with my space, is everything in excess for, just for whatever reason. I just wanted everything to be completely over the top so I can listen as loud as I want, never have to worry about any distortion and worry about blowing drivers. So I ordered these, it's been a while, maybe 2-3 months ago, and the estimated arrival time was around Thanksgiving. So they actually showed up today, which is awesome because fingers crossed I won't be at work tomorrow. So then I will be playing with these. Actually, the first thing I'm going to do with these, I'm going to unbox these because I want to see what they look like and show you guys and just see how, they get boxed up in transit, is I'm going to set them up by the RTJs. Oh, Callie wrote, I love you, Daddy. Oh, I love you too, sweetie. Callie's watching with Mom upstairs. That's funny. I love you too, Callie. So I'm going to set these up in the RTJ room probably tomorrow. And I'll set them up on speaker stands that I have and just run them in 2-channel mode so I can do another video and just let you guys know what I think of the 2-channel, like the dynamics, the imaging. And I'll run them probably with one of the RTJ 18s. So that would be like a 2.1 setup, which would be very similar to like having a pair of these and an RS1, which I think could maybe be a common 2.1 setup people may want to do. But I want to get them set up in the room and just use them in there for, maybe like a good full day. And then I'll set them up in the theater and use them as the back surrounds. So that's what these are, the JTR NOESIS 110HTs. And I'm super excited ever since I ordered them. I can't wait for them. now that I got my bass right, I just really focusing on getting the surround and the Atmos dialed in. I'm in love with everything for sure in the room, but I know these are going to be a big step up for that. So, all right, well let's open these bad boys up. It feels like Christmas to me. I actually got home like 45 minutes ago after grabbing them, and I was like, oh, I need to do a video, but I wanted to take them out of the box and play with them right away, but I certainly waited for you guys. So let me make this bigger so you guys can see. And then hopefully I don't cut my finger off here on this live. So hopefully you guys can see good. Hopefully everything comes in good after I upgraded to the StreamYard Pro edition for 1080p HD. So they feel very solid for sure. And honestly, I don't know if I forgot how big they were, because the last time I seen them was at M-Wave. I was like, oh, that ain't bad. I was like, and he's like, when I was picking them up, the guy there was like, oh no, there's 2 boxes. I was like, oh shit, they're a little bit bigger than I remembered. So they definitely package them up good. I'm excited. I'll get these hooked up upstairs tonight. I'll be playing with these tonight in the 2-channel room. I'll power them off of the Cherry 2-channel amp that I have, and then in the theater they'll be powered off the Rotel 1095, and they'll be seen around 300 watts each. Okay, well they're definitely foamed up. Isn't nothing happening to these? I mean, yeah, nothing is. I don't think anything's going to damage the speaker, that's for sure. Oh shit. So the guys over there at JTR certainly do a great job of packaging these guys, that's for sure. Oh, that new speaker smell. If I could only get a cologne that smelled like that, I'd probably drive Cat nuts. So I would say that they certainly go overboard on the packaging, which is good. You can't fault them for that. Oh, buddy, here we go. Oh, that is, oh, Jesus. More packaging on the bottom. That's a nice cardboard box, too. Maybe if I can catch Christmas present in there. Oh. So, like most of the JTR stuff, they wrap them up real good to protect the finish. I know they come with the same finish as the other speakers, which is intentional. It's a special formula for like the least amount of light reflectiveness. Obviously, all of us with theaters, we don't want any light reflection. So I personally appreciate the finish. You know, some people, if you want to look like a real fancy piece of furniture or something in your living room, they might not be too excited about it. But I like it. I appreciate it. I know the binding post will take up the 4-gauge wire. I mean, and like I said, they do handle 750 watt RMS. Oh, nice. Magnetic grill, just like all the other speakers. That's what's up. I get down with that. Now that is a surround speaker. Look at that bad boy. Talk about up close and personal, huh? So 10-inch. Trying to get a good view on it. 10-inch coaxial. And they got a little foam plug in there protecting the, let me see if I can get just a little bit of light on the situation. So you see that's a foam plug in there that they're using to protect the tweeter down in there. So these are 2-way. I believe they're good to around 80 hertz. So obviously you're going to want to use them with a subwoofer, which I think most people would be using these as surrounds or Atmos or side surrounds. And like I said, I'm going to use them. I'm going to just strictly 2-channel them, and then I'll do 2.1 and add in one of the RTJ18s for a 2.1 system play a bunch of different kind of music, because then I'll do another video of just what my thoughts are. I honestly think that these would make, just because the output capability is so crazy, because like I said, calculated output on these around 124 dB. If you were to do like, if you want to do like a real simple setup, like a 5.1, like 5 of these and an RS1 would probably completely blow you away. So I got huge hands. That's a massive driver for a surround. Yeah, buddy. That's what I built the room for, was for cool, outrageous stuff like this. Now, in all fairness, if I had the room, I would probably did all towers on all my channels, because ideally that's, you know, the route to go. But such is life, you know, we all work with the space that we have, and that's what I've certainly tried to do with my space, is get the most impactful experience that I can, and with what components I can. And I will certainly do another video with my impressions of these guys as a 2-channel speaker in a 2.1 setup, and then probably in a couple of weeks I'll do another one of how they perform as a surround speaker. And I got a few people coming by too that you know, we'll do some demos and stuff like that. I'm gonna go through the comments. James Coleman, what is up, brother, man? I appreciate the support. All you guys, Van Gogh, Patrick, Justin, Jonathan, Ezerol Oval. Sorry if I'm messing that up, brother. Mark Fox, hey, Scott Cat. I sure like my 110HTs. I didn't know about the foam plugs. Yeah, and I knew about the foam plugs because the RTJs came with the protectors on them too. So when I was just overlooking it, when I pulled it out, I was like, oh, that's cool. So I think that JTR has always been pretty well known for just, I mean, they pretty much just overdo everything. They overbuild the speaker, they overpackage the speaker. So whatever, that's money well spent to me. So how long ago did I place the order, James? I just placed an order for these 2 speakers. I think it was right around 2.5 months ago, somewhere right in there. It's been a little bit. I know their wait times vary often. Sometimes I think you can get stuff within like a month or 2. Other times it's like 3 or 4 months. It just depends. But I know those boys stay busy out there. So no, I'm certainly excited because, like I said, I've been rocking the THX Ultras for like the last 12 years. Because once I find a speaker that I love, I keep it. And I kept the Ultras, the whole setup for 10 years. Or no, I'm sorry, like 8 or 9 years. And then I've used the back surrounds. And I love the Ultras. It's just they didn't have the output capability. They sounded great until I got the reference levels. And I sometimes like to go above reference levels. And I searched around and I looked and I listened to a lot of other speakers, and I came across the JTRs, and that's when I got the 228s. So that I will certainly keep those for a long time. I've had those for a couple of years now, and they're not going nowhere. And my plan is, obviously, in this hobby with everything, I mean, at least in my case, I buy in steps. So I want to do the Atmos, so which means I have to buy 4 more of these. So probably, I don't know if that'll be done before my base brings us together. I would like it to, but redoing my whole ceiling and buying the speakers and throwing the event is a very expensive process. So I honestly don't know. But these will certainly be up and running tonight. That's for sure. That's awesome. Can't wait for the reviews. Hey, James, certainly, man. For all you guys that are liking and subscribing and showing the love and support for the stuff that Kat and I do, or that I do with the audio stuff, man, it blows us away. And I'm just trying to get back to the community, to the hobby that's pretty much provided me satisfaction my entire life. So Clayton Smith, getting a second pair of 4000 ULF. Hopefully they're ready around the first of the year. I guess you could say you inspired me. Well, I'm good inspiration for the soul, possibly, but not the checkbook, Clayton. And I feel that myself, man. But a second pair, and you already got 1 pair, 4,000s. That's certainly, man. That's what's up, man. That's gonna be a blast. What 4,000s did you get? The talls, the STs, the standards, LPs. in my room. I kind of had to play Tetris, as I'm sure that you know. So I'm going to be doing, and because I had to cancel my full room tour when I was sick 2 weeks ago, and I've had a few people ask me, when am I going to do that full room tour again? Because I'm going to be doing that room tour live, so I can take questions and stuff afterwards and answer. Probably within like the next week or two. And I'll have these obviously included in the room tour, and we'll just kind of cover my room because I've had a lot of questions on it. So Fred 215, what's up, brother? Hey man, thanks for jumping on. And so that was the unboxing of the 110s, but this is awesome, man. It's beautiful. I see it's got that industrial tough guy look to it, but I believe it's beautiful. Just like I think the RTJs are beautiful, the Captivators. I don't know. It's something about it that we all know that little guy right there is going to be a powerhouse. So I'm going to hook it up, like I said, in the 2-channel setup, which is our family room, which opens up to the kitchen, and I'll crank them up. I'll push 400 or 500 watts through them, and I'll see what they can do and see if they can keep up. And I'll throw 2 subs on with it because it's easy. All the subs on that are hooked up. So maybe I'll run 2 of these and 2 RTJ 18s, and I'll run 1, I'll run 2, and then I'll just run them by themselves, and then I'll hop on here for 20 minutes and chat with you guys about it. But that'll probably be next week. I'll share that with you guys. This Friday night, I got Wayne Pampoz on from the Philippines. It just blows my mind that I'm going to be talking to hobby with somebody from the Philippines here in 2 nights. So I chatted with him last night. Super cool guy, very knowledgeable guy. So if you get into that kind of stuff, if you want to subscribe to the channel and hang out with us, I certainly appreciate it. Clayton said first pair were regulars, but I went LP on the second, hoping for better room fit with those. Yeah, and that's a cool thing, Clayton. And because I was a big fan. It's funny, I got this speaker in here like this is I'm used to Catherine's beautiful self sitting here, but now I got this pretty little speaker sitting here. Like it could talk, it could speak to you, no pun intended. But anyway, Clayton, I was a huge fan of JTR years ago, but that original regular Captivator in my small awkward, I fit 7 subs in my room, Captivators, but I didn't do that until after JTR released other configurations, because that original configuration is just it's a hard one to deal with if you got a smaller space. And just so nobody gets confused, they all perform the same, just they still have the same box, the same cabinet space, the same internal space, the same drivers, the same amp. It's just that original Captivator, that sizing of it is very hard to deal with in a smaller setup. So once he released the ST first, I grabbed that first one, and then I know he's had the LPs out for a while, but the STs fit perfect. If you guys want to go near field, man, the ST is a good way to go. I went all LPs for near field, but I did STs for a while, and that was an amazing setup too. So, all right, guys. Hope you guys have an amazing Thanksgiving. Be safe. Spend some time with your family. Enjoy your systems. Enjoy your setup. Go window shopping on the internet like I do all the time and look at stuff like this, because that's what we do. And I'm going to go upstairs and get these hooked up and play with them. And I will see you guys Friday night with Wayne. Next Wednesday night, me and Kat will be on. Me and her are going to knock out some movies after I get these hooked up, probably on Friday. And we're gonna knock out a few movies, and we'll talk about those next week too. Cool, Van Gogh. Yeah, hey man, thanks, brother. We're going to my parents tomorrow too. So, James, John, like I said, man, appreciate all the love of you guys. I keep telling Kat, we keep saying we definitely got the best community out there. So, can't say it enough that we appreciate the support. Everybody have a good night. Everybody have a safe holiday, and I will see everybody Friday night. I'm certainly looking forward to that. And I am out of here. I'm going to play with these bad boys.